Okay, well, here we are for the final match of the day, and it's Leicester, the host team. Although they're not playing on their home ground, they're playing here at Loughborough University, and they're up against Royal Antwerp from Belgium. And I think this could be a cracking game. I think the Belgians will not be easy. The Leicester side are missing some players who are away with England at the World Cup, sadly not doing terribly well. And the Belgians too are missing some players. They seem to have brought quite a small squad. Just counting down the list, 4, 5, 6, 13 players. It's interesting to come to a tournament like this with just 13 players. That could be a factor, who knows. They're just going down the Leicester line, shaking hands right now. And let me just tell you a little bit about the starting lineups. I'll start with Royal Antwerp. Their goalkeeper is Martjo Rabelink. Also starting is Sophie Fredericks. Anne-Sophie van Regemortel is also in their team. Anouk Schnapphauf was down to play but is not playing. Olivia Bouche at number 7. Céline Perron at number 8. Aurélie de Geus at number 9. Lynn Schlink at number 10. Sophie van Strijdonk is 11. Michelle Doik is 14. Natasha Leinen is 15. And Jamila Lambertus is 17. Their captain, Sophie Geertz, is wearing number 23. And for Leicester, starting in goal is Steph Tyrrell. Josie Inverdale is number 4. Jo Hunter is number 6. Kerry Whitehead, number 9. Lucy Barrett, number 12. Hannah Fair, number 14. Sarah Cockayne is at 15. Their captain, Vanessa Hawkins, is number 16. Irish international player Emma Ross is number 18. And Emily Kilner starts at number 20. So on the sideline to start with are Sandy Yates, Pascal Murray, Mags Rees, the goalkeeper, Lydia McDonnell, Helen Jelly and Jess Hickman. Their coach is David Mayer. So Royal Antwerp a little slow to come to the start point. It looks like it's their ball. And I think Leicester will be looking to start with a high tempo in this game, take the ball to their Belgian opponents, try and capitalise, I guess, on the fact that the opposition's only got 13 players. So away we go. Very high aerial, but harmlessly into the Leicester goal. Obviously nobody touching it in the D, therefore no goal. And Leicester start from the back. Sarah Cockayne, that's Josie Inverdale on the ball. Kerry Williams is a very important player. I say Kerry Williams, Kerry Whitehead now, I should remember that. Has to go down the left with Hannah Fair, also a relatively newly married woman. Emma Ross, formerly Emma Clark. And Katie Long wins that ball, bit of a physical challenge going on there. But dealt with that well. Kerry Williams just a little clatter on the Belgian stick, and very tall Belgian girl at the back, who's Anne-Sophie van Regemortel, is on the ball. The right midfield seems to have an awful lot of room at the moment. That's interesting. High ball given to Leicester over in the middle of the pitch. Emma Ross moving on to the ball. It's an interesting preparation for this tournament for Leicester, because the Leicester season finished a good 2 months ago. So it's been a bit of cold preparation, really. That didn't look good from Katie Long. She didn't pick that ball up at all cleanly. And we're in the right back corner with the Belgians, with Royal Antwerp. Belgium is a nation where they really have improved in hockey terms from last season, a couple of seasons ago when they were European whipping boys at club and at international level. They've begun to really shine as an international nation and really show themselves to be fantastic in terms of their preparation for games. So it's Leicester on the ball, attacking the top corner, but Joe Hunter just runs it into the tall Van Regemortel. Well picked out by Josie Inverdale, but onto the Belgian's foot. Inverdale thinking she's won that ball, but she's wrong. So it's back into midfield, and Belgian centre back is onto it. Van Regemortel. In fact, the very tall player is Sophie Fredericks. I was mixing them up. Nice play by Kerry Whitehead. And Leicester are away again, not quite picked up by Katie Long on that occasion. And the Belgians look very competent, comfortable on the ball, quite confident, going back nice and coolly. That's off Kerry Whitehead. Kind of away. Teammate Erica Kane on the ball. That's a nice ball into midfield to Emma Ross, looking for Emily Kilner out on the left-hand side. You can probably hear the voice of Chris Mayer, the Leicester coach. He certainly is vocal. Emma Ross on the ball. That's into the D. And Kerry Whitehead's almost onto it, and it's a short corner, a penalty corner for Leicester early on, off the leg of the Belgian defender, sorry. So what have Leicester got from this penalty corner? We've already seen quite a few converge today, but we've certainly seen many, many more that have gone wide of the post. So it's the usual kind of castle on the top. Is it a double castle? Yes. Joe Hunter going down for one stop and Emma Ross on the other. It's gone to Emma Ross, but it hasn't. It's gone to Hannah Fair. And yeah, Leicester fluffing their lines there, really. So the corner wasn't clean, the strike wasn't clean, but it did open up to Katie Long, and she really had quite a miss hit there. So the Belgians are on the attack. Full play from Josie Inverdale. Bit of a chop tackle on Kerry Whitehead there. But they're moving it out neatly from defence. This is Katie Long. If she really opens up, she's got a great stride on her. But foul on Emma Ross in midfield. So Josie Inverdale has the ball on the halfway line. Out it goes to Hannah Fair. Straight up to Pascal Murray. He's a youngster with an awful lot of skill. And that's another penalty corner for Leicester, won by Joe Hunter. And I doubt that they can make as big a bodge of it as they did last time, but let's see. Bit of a debate going on amongst the Leicester team as to how they want to play this one. Okay. We've just got the one castle this time. Emma Ross looking to trap the ball. Remember, the ball must be trapped just outside the D, and then the player can move it in. That's Hannah Fair taking the shot, but nothing coming of it. Josie Inverdale. It's another short corner. So the shot coming in from Vanessa Hawkins. The Belgian defence dealt very well with that straight drag flick from Hannah Fair. Leicester have struggled a little with drag flicks since losing the Olympian, Krista Cullen, who was the club's prime drag flicker. And then last season they had a German player who was an excellent drag flicker. But this time it's played in, and the Belgians have managed to stop that on the line. And now it's their chance for an attack, but they haven't picked the ball up. So Leicester on the sideline have the ball. It's Erica Kane, homebred player. Out to Josie Inverdale, Loughborough University student who came to Leicester in her first year at university. And here's Hannah Fair on the ball. Neat player, Hannah Fair, skillful. Emily Kilner, one of the youngsters. Emily, one of our under-18 players. And ball's going out wide to the right to Serica Kane. She's looking to bring it in to Kerry Whitehead. Bit of a foot from the Belgians there. Emma Ross on the ball. So okay, Josie Inverdale. Leicester going around the back now. They're coming back around the right-hand side. And Jo Hunter, this is, on the ball, getting down to the byline, looking to cause some trouble and winning a long corner. Bit of a spin there from Pascal Murray, trying to put some pressure on. And the Belgian player had to go right across her own D, play that ball out to the right-hand, to left-hand touchline. Vanessa Hawkins is fouled. Quite calm play there from Emily Kilner for a 17-year-old. Serica Kane on the ball. Bit of a crunch with one of the Belgian girls. It's traffic at the minute, but the Belgians are very resolute in defence. And so far, it's the PCs where Leicester have looked like they might get something. Vanessa Hawkins looking dangerous here, one of her mazy runs. Plays the ball in, it's come up off the Belgians. And it's with Kerry Whitehead. Is she going to get a shot away? No. The Belgians bring it clear. Calm play from the number 7 for Fredericks as well. And out it goes into the right defensive slot. Fredericks on the ball, up to Geertz, who looks a good player. Very solid and good pick up on her. The local youngster is on the pitch now for Leicester. It's number 22, Jess Hickman. It's quite attacking full-back. She's getting a bit of a reprimand from the umpire for a little bit of elbow there, the opposition player, I mean. All the way back to Hannah Fair. Lovely ball from Josie Inverdale. Carrie Williams in central midfield. Goes back to Emma Ross. Back to Hannah Fair. Leicester come around again. The Belgians are all sat back in a half court. Oh, and that's a poor ball from Josie Inverdale. Kerry Whitehead trying to help her out, but she's in trouble there because coming back to help out from that poor pass, she stick tackled. It's a bit of a warning from the umpire for her there, not to do that again. So, Belgians go backwards. 17, Lambertus on the ball. Jamila Lambertus. And Josie Vidal steps up and out of defence to launch an attack. Katie Long is on the charge. She'll keep that in, I think. Jess Hickman plays it in. Shot at goal, batted away by the Belgian and given as too high and perhaps too dangerous. So the Belgians survive that one. At the moment, the team are able to step ahead of their opposition and pick the ball up quite effectively. This is Lydia McDonald going into the D and winning a free. Lucy Barrett across to Hannah Fair, and Leicester look to build again. Got a very good touch there. And now it could be the Belgians on the attack, turning this around. Bit of a collision there, Emily. That's Lydia McDonald. Belgians play it out here, and it's a little bit of an aimless ball, to be honest with you. And it's Leicester on the attack again. So Kerry Whitehead looking for some support. Leicester go back to Josie Vidal. We're going to go back and around to Hannah Fair. Difficult ball for Hannah Fair, but she retrieves it and keeps it in play. Back around to Josie Vidal, looking to try to put some pressure on this Leicester back line, whose fielding of the ball then wasn't great. Attacking down the right now, Jess Hickman, Jo Hunter, ball up really well. Pascal Murray on the attack. The Belgian comes across and clears. Yeah. Jo Hunter adjudged to have fouled there, and the Belgians have the ball. Good play there by Schlink for Royal Antwerp. And Geertz is obstructed by Kerry Whitehead, trying to take the ball from the wrong spot, and the umpire bringing her back. Oh, two of the Leicester players getting each other's way there. Antwerp misfield again. The ball's gone off the side and is with Leicester. Not a lot of shape to the game yet. The majority of play has been with the Leicester side, but I think the Belgians look very competent. I think one factor, we haven't obviously not seeing it as yet with only 16 minutes of the game gone, could be the fact that Leicester has got many more players to call upon, and the Antwerp side only has 13. That's given against Pascal Murray for backing in. She was going off down that left side, but as she turned to come back inside, she used her back in front of the player and effectively obstructed. Katie Long chasing hard, but the Belgians are again in control. Very calm play at the back from the Belgian side there, the right defender. Good effort by Pascal Murray to try to intercept them, but the Belgians have the ball. And they're away. This is Geertz, the captain. Fair goes across towards her. There's a shot coming in, and Tyrrell bats that one away. Gets a left glove to it and pushes it away. But yeah, that showed that the Belgians can be dangerous and given room. So Fredriksson, the very tall Fredriksson, is on the ball. Kerry Whitehead has won that back for Leicester. Looking to link with Jess Hickman. Jess Hickman plays it to Emily Kilner. From Kilner to Murray, two of the youngsters combining. Jo Hunter makes the lead. And she's into the D, and she's obstructing. That's a penalty corner. Now what are they going to do this time? Yeah, the direct shots have not really worked. Perhaps need to ring the changes. Belgian defence has been very good, very resolute so far. Leicester are going to need to hurry this, and they are. Here goes Katie Long over to inject the ball. Belgians sorting their masks out, their gloves out, their gum shields out.
Don't forget to get yourself back, Emily, as soon as it stops.
So it's out. Kerry Williams is on the strike. It's slipped. Great save by the keeper. Oh, interesting piece of play there. So it fell to young player Lydia McDonald, but her opponent was onto her quite quickly and she couldn't do anything with the ball. So a good strike and a good save by the keeper. Calm play there from young Emily Kilner. She's under pressure from the number 14 for Belgium, for the Royal Antwerp side, giving it away. And that's a good, clever piece of play by Josie Vidal to push it onto the foot of the Belgian girl. That's the Belgian number 7, and that is Olivia Bush. Leicester thought that the opponent there wasn't 5. And her other umpire is giving that as not 5. Pulled the play back a little bit and is given that as being not 5 metres. Just going to have to watch out for that, because do that too often and umpires can tend to show a green card for not doing that. Nice piece of play from Jess Hickman, but she's just carried that out of play. It was a nice little turn. Gertz in a battle there with young Emily Kilner. Pinched a few yards, but the umpire doesn't seem to mind. High ball lifted out there and given in Leicester's favour at this point in time. So we're more than halfway through the half. Leicester have had the chances, certainly a number of penalty corners. It's been the pattern for Leicester this season, winning a lot of penalty corners and not converting too many.
Girls up front, a little bit of rotation, please. Very static on the same line.
Playing it around, trying to draw the Belgians in. Rushed a little bit by Josie Vidal there, and didn't come her way. Leicester have got the ball.
Come to the ball. Joe, come to the ball. Okay, good. Now lead out. Slongy, lead out. Keep the control.
Josie Vidal laying it off to Hannah Fair. Good advancing down that left-hand side by Sarah Cockayne, the left full-back. And she's into the D. Is she going to get anything from this? Not known for her striking ability, but stayed very strong. Umpire not wanting to give anything, but eventually does give a penalty corner. She's calling Sarah Cockayne over because Sarah Cockayne was a little bit too insistent, perhaps, that that was a penalty corner in her favour. So can Leicester, from this, what must be about their 6th penalty corner, make anything happen and give the crowd something to cheer? I'm not absolutely sure what the Belgians think they're doing at the moment. They've got a team huddle back there at the moment. They've got to get people up onto the halfway line yet. Geert's the captain, having a conversation, and there just seems to be a little bit of stalling going on here. Clock has stopped. It's restarted. That was interesting. And that's another very, very good save. A little bit too similar and samey, the penalty corners that Leicester are employing at the moment. And Royal Antwerp are able to get it away and get it out to the sideline, and it's their ball. Emma Ross, the Irish player, on the ball. She's into the D. She's taking a strike, and she gets the short corner. The Belgians don't seem at all happy with the umpiring at the moment. I'm not too sure what they thought was wrong with that, but it's a high shot, legitimate shot at goal. Leicester really could do with pulling something different out of the bag on this short corner. Everything's gone to Hannah Fair so far. Everything's gone to the keeper's right, and that keeper looks as though she could save those off to her right, diving low every day. A little bit too fast out. As a consequence, they're down to 3. So 3 on the defender as a result of taking a little bit too fast a step forward there and being out too soon. Can Leicester capitalise on having just 3 defenders and the keeper? This would cry out to me to be worked around. Oh, and exactly what has happened. Right, so played in this time for the deflection, and that was Jo Hunter getting in, laying a flat stick in front of the goalkeeper and deflecting it high over her and into the net. So 1-0 to Leicester. Now, what have the Belgians got? How can they respond? Geert's on the ball. She does look a very competent player, and she's walking through the Leicester defence at the moment, looking very strong. She's got right to the edge of the D, hands it over to one of her teammates, who whacks a hopeful ball in towards goal, and nothing comes of it. Ooh, that was high off Laura Barrett, and Lucy Barrett, sorry, and that struck one of the Belgian girls. She's all right though. And the Belgians have fumbled that one, so away they go.
Girls at the back. You two, sharpen up. Yeah, next 5. Think about what's just happened.
So Sarah Cockayne, sideline ball into Emma Ross.
Keep the ball moving. Don't get stuck in areas. Don't get stuck in areas. Don't get stuck in
Confidently done there by Sarah Cockayne, back to her sweeper Josie Vidal, and out it goes to Laura Barrett on the left. Carrie Williams just caught a little bit there, but she managed to survive.
Cocky, go up. Cocky, go up. Look at Nessie. Look at Nessie. Good.
So Captain Vanessa Hawkins on the ball at the moment. She's a very skillful player, but Leicester have lost it, turned over, and the Belgians are on the attack. Bit of a stick going in there from one of the Leicester girls. And it's Josie Inverdale coming back and doing really well to cover in defence for her team. Nice little aerial from Josie Inverdale, picked up by Kerry Whitehead out there. Laura Barrett down the sideline trying to get Emily Kilner into play. No, Jess Hickman, sorry, into play. Jess Hickman, very versatile, has been playing in defence, now playing on the forward line.
That's okay.
Well kept in there by the Belgians. That's their number 15. That's Natasha Lehnen. Sophie Fricks on the ball. Antwerp, they're a goal. They're looking very calm, looking very well composed and controlled. With 7.5 minutes of this half to go. It's a little bit of a fumble back there, but they've got plenty of time, plenty of room for the goalkeeper to just lay it off to number 17, that's Jamila Lambertus. That was very skillful from Geertz again. Kerry Whitehead coming back and giving her a little bit of a stick rattle there. And Geertz is looking to lay this ball across the pitch, does a very successful job of it, but the Belgian girl can't keep it in. So Geertz is the danger for me to Leicester. Strong challenge coming in from the Belgian girl. She's not happy that she's conceded that. She thinks that was fine. That's the tall number 4, Van Regemortel. Leicester going down the left-hand side through Laura Barrett at the moment. She plays a bit of a hit and hope, really, through to Pascal Murray, and the Belgians are on the ball. It should be their free, but they've got the advantage, so that's okay. But then it wasn't okay, really, to be honest, because Leicester were back on, and the umpire has corrected a mistake and given them the free because they had no advantage from that. Some good running up front. Leicester will have to watch because the running off the ball by the Belgians is good, but so far what they haven't been able to do is pick a ball up nice and cleanly and do anything meaningful with it. So Leicester on the attack through Laura Barrett, out to Kerry Whitehead. She's cutting off down the left-hand side. Towards the D, Emma Ross spinning and twisting, getting a bit of a stick tackle there. It's with Pascal Murray, who's looking to get something out of it. And in the end, she just hits the ball behind. That wasn't very good.
Nessie, come on.
Just over 5 minutes to go to the half-time break. Van Regemortel at the back with the ball. Nice bit of skill by number 10 for Belgium. Emily Kilner doing a good block there on Geertz. Out to Kilner again. Youngster doing quite well. Yeah, she her England under 18 teammate and doesn't quite come off. Linking with Pascal Murray. Lambertus across.
Don't bother. Keep talking behind.
Fredericks confidently out of defence, past Murray.
Okay, pass, good job. That's all right, pass her.
And it's there with Geertz, with Lambertus. And once again, a good run, but the ball has been lost and somebody's down.
Yes.
I think it's Geertz. No, it's not Geertz, it's Lambertus, the defender. She's up on her feet. Might have been potentially a twisted ankle, but nothing. Yeah. The medical man's got up behind me. Hopefully not with optimism, but he wasn't needed. Hannah Fair driving forward. And that's up off the Belgian stick. And the Belgians think that Leicester have pinched a few yards there. I think they were right. The umpire being a little lenient there. Okay, it's going out to Kerry Whitehead. Laying that ball in. Good run by Jessica Hickman, but failed to pick the ball up from the pass from Kerry Whitehead. So 4 minutes to go to half time. Emma Ross putting the Belgian under pressure and rattling a stick, so Belgium get the free. Quite rightly, Royal Antwerp get the free. It's Van Regemortel being encouraged to move further forward with the free hit. Good tackle by Katie Long on her opponent there. Pascal Murray just getting a little caught in possession. And Josie Infidel tidies it up, plays it out to Laura Barrett. And that's not the greatest ball that I've seen Laura Barrett pass. Sorry, I keep calling her Laura Barrett, it's Lucy Barrett. Leicester chasing back there. Good bit of composure by the Belgians. And Jess Hickman trying to put the left defender under some pressure. Fredericks on the ball. Wins the free for the feet. Geertz offering. And Cocaine coming to the ball first. Ross driving forward and winning the free around the edge of the D. So 2.5 minutes to go. That's a great pass from Kerry Whitehead. And Katie Long looking for the opportunity, but it was high, so the umpire gives it the Belgians' way. So Royal Antwerp looking to run this away with just over 2 minutes to go. Taking their time. Lambertus on the ball. He's coming out here to Fredericks. Geertz again. She definitely is the star of the Belgian show, of the Antwerp show. Royal Antwerp famous for its gems, and she really is the diamond of the team at the moment. Kerry Whitehead driving from central midfield. Tries to link up with her captain, Vanessa. Whitehead tidies up again. And it's Ross getting slightly muscled out of it, but wins the free. Again, a protest from Royal Antwerp. They didn't like that. They think they've been called up for a number of tackles that they don't believe to have been over the top. Last minute now. Leicester will be looking not to make any silly errors with the ball in their own half. They're keeping it, keeping possession, being encouraged to keep possession by calls from within the team. Don't want to force this and allow the opposition to put them under any pressure in the last minute or so of this half, well, less than a minute of this half. Back they go. And Hannah Fair steps forward. We've got 30 seconds to go. This might be a good time to launch one forward, but they keep it calm. They're coming out here to the right-hand side. Once again, back into the middle. They're just pulling the opposition around. Seeing time out in this half, making sure they don't make any errors. Not overly exciting, but it does make sense. Ross just wins a foul on the halfway line, and that pretty much is going to be that for this first half. So we're going to go in at half-time. Leicester are going to be leading 1-0. And I'd say that's a fair reflection of play. Potentially, Leicester could be higher, further ahead, but the Belgian defence is strong. Royal Antwerp have got a good keeper, some very good defenders, and in Geertz, they've got a real star player. Always looks composed on the ball. Good, wise head on her. So, half-time, 1-0 to the host side, Leicester Hockey Club.
whole club is revitalised by it. It's a fantastic opportunity for us. And as a first team squad, we're taking a little bit of time off from the end of the league endeavours, and we met up again the other day, and that break's really given us the time to focus on it. And in the first instance, we weren't certain about that. The break's never great, but it's actually worked in our favour, and the girls, because it's in isolation, are so buzzed up about it. It's fantastic.
Hi, I'm Ness Hawkins, captain of the first team, and I play for Leicester. Been working really hard over the past few weeks on our fitness, so I'm really looking forward to the start of the tournament. Yeah.
I'm Josie Bedell and I play fullback and I play for Leicester.
And are you looking forward to the tournament?
Massively, it's a huge privilege to have the Europeans here at Loughborough University, and we're out there to win that gold really.
I'm Kerry Williams, I play centre midfield and I play for the Packers. Super excited. I think every time you get an opportunity to play in Europe, it's amazing. It's like the Champions League of football, but to have it in your hometown is even better, because then all of our family and friends and people that don't get to travel to the places that we do, like Azerbaijan or whatnot, they can come and support us. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm Sarah Cockayne. I'm number 15. I play at the back in defence and I love being a pucker. It's a great club to be a part of, and I just hope we're all wishing for gold, and I just hope we can come together. We're such a good team, we have been for a long time, and hopefully this is our time to get the gold.
This is our second sort of training session in. Everyone's looking really sharp. We've got some new girls that's come to join us as well, and the standard's really high for this phase of the training, so it's good.
It's always awkward a little bit trying to gauge how other teams will be, because it's very much you qualified from your previous year's results. So that's got to be taken into account. But we have got a heritage. We are known as a European team now. So we should be going into it with a degree of confidence, with it being at home and with our history backing us up a little bit. So we're very confident going into it, and I think that does stand us in good stead, there's no doubt.
Do you have any special kind of routines that you do before the game?
Personally, make sure I always have the same hair tie in, providing I haven't lost it, and I've got special exercises which I do, which hopefully will get me in the best stead for playing my best game.
No, literally, I put my right shin pad in before my left. Oh no, one thing. I give my wedding ring in a box to Sue after the warm-up, and the days that I haven't done it.
Well, 1-0 currently to Leicester, and we got a bit of a whoop there from one of the ball patrol. Do you like being called ball patrol? Sounds very posh, doesn't it? Yeah. So we're going to have a chat with each of them one at a time, and they're going to tell me a little bit about the experience from their perspective. So we'll go ladies first. So we're going to go with Roshni. Oh, I've got somebody else suddenly arrived. I thought I got 4 people to talk to. However, I've now got 5. So we'll make this nice and quick and snappy. Roshni, how are you enjoying the experience?
It's really fun and I'm happy to be here.
And as a hockey player yourself, what are you learning?
It's a great experience to watch other players do their skills, and it's really good.
And Ethan, you were telling me that you think it's really fast.
Yeah. And to never get into the way of the ball while trying to stop the ball.
Have you had a bad experience of getting in the way?
The ball came and hit the edge and then bounced into me.
Oh dear, where did it catch you when it did that?
Stomach.
Ah, so Ellen, I don't think there's any need to actually whack him on the stomach at this point in time. Emily, sorry, Emily. Emily, tell us a little bit about, because you're a hockey player too, and you're a defender. Have you been watching the defenders?
Yes.
And have you learnt anything from any of them?
Yeah.
Such as?
Well, most of them take it from higher up the D line.
Yeah.
And they did it really hard, stuff like that.
And what about when you see these balls going up in the air and people having to field an aerial ball? What's your thought on that? Would you be scared if the ball was coming from a height?
Well, probably, but I like it. It looks really cool. Okay,
good. Now, what's your name, young man?
Rayhan.
And are you a hockey player as well?
No.
So this is new to you. And what do you think of hockey from what you've seen of it so far?
It's really fun, and I'd like to try it.
Oh, well, that's good, because we might have a new convert to hockey, yeah?
Yeah.
And what about this young fella? What's your name?
Noah.
And Noah, do you play hockey?
No.
That was kind of like a no, and I don't particularly want to.
I'd like to try it, but I've got lots of other sports that I play, so.
So what is your main sport?
Probably football.
Now, you realise that to play hockey you actually need much more of a brain than you need to play football.
Yeah. It's not for me.
So, who? Right, all together now. Right, I want a one-word answer to this. Which team is going to win this tournament?
Leicester.
Now, come on, that was a bit pathetic, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? After 3, I want to hear the team that's going to win this tournament. Which team's going to win this tournament? 1, 2, 3.
Leicester!
Thank you very much. Let's hope so. Let's hope that's the case. Thank you for that, Emily. Delightful.
And we'll be back with Gaynor Nash very, very shortly for second half commentary of Leicester against Royal Antwerp. It's currently 1-0 to Leicester, the home side, here at Loughborough University. You can see David Mayer there giving the team talk at the moment on the pitch to the Leicester team. So we'll be back with Gaynor very, very shortly for the second half commentary, and we'll be seeing how this match goes.
Well, I hope you enjoyed hearing from the Ball Patrol youngsters. We're a lively little bunch, weren't they? I believe that I made a bit of a blunder in the first half and referred to the Leicester coach as Chris Mayer. And in fact, of course, it's his brother Dave. Chris Mayer was the former coach of Leicester, led Leicester to many triumphs in home competitions and in Europe. And his brother Dave stepped up to the mark at the start of last season and is doing an absolutely cracking job. So apologies to Dave Mayer. No, it's not a good thing to be called by the name of your little brother. So, well, the second half is about to get underway. We've got a 1-0 advantage to Leicester, but it's a narrow advantage, and anything could happen. We saw with Complutense that having gone 1-0 ahead in the earlier match, that they sat back a little bit and allowed Samchanka to come onto them. Their game began to fall apart rather, and certainly the home fans will be hoping that doesn't happen with Leicester. I think we've seen enough from the Belgians to know that they're a very competent side, that they've got a good goalkeeper in Rabelink, and Geertz is a real playmaker and leader in midfield. So let's see what they've got going forward. They haven't really had many opportunities going forward so far, and what they have had, Leicester have dealt with quite well. So this second half then about to get underway, and the majority of people, of course, will be hoping for a Leicester win. So Vanessa Hawkins over the ball. The Belgians are in a huddle. Some of the Belgians are in a huddle. Now the rest of the Belgians are arriving to the huddle. Done a bit of that in this game. That's a very strange one where they all had a bit of a huddle. 11 players huddling before a penalty corner. That's odd, to say the least. So Leicester have the ball. Leicester on the attack. Emma Ross to Kerry Whitehead. Down to Pascal Murray. A little bit of rattling going on there. That's going to be a Leicester ball. Lucy Barrett on the ball. Oh, that was a good ball across. Emily Kilner diving but couldn't get the touch.
Good pass.
Lambertus, who went over on the ankle earlier in the game, on the ball. The tall Fredrickson gives it away. Emily Kilner and Pascal Murray can't do anything with it. That was nearly a golden opportunity there for Pascal Murray. Katie Long putting a little pressure. That was a lovely little dink over Katie Long's stick. And that's a terrible stick rattle from Katie Long. She's going to go off for 2 minutes now. Leicester are going to go to a two-player attack with Katie Long penalised and pushed onto the bench. Josie Inverdale to Kerry Whitehead. And, oh, that's a sloppy ball from Vanessa Hawkins. And the Belgians are away. And that's a wasted opportunity for the Belgians. Leicester will probably be looking to eat up time with Katie Long off the field at the moment, not take any chances, not make any errors, but they are making errors. So that was sloppy from Vanessa Hawkins, and I really don't know quite how the umpire's given her that. As, I don't think Van Regemortel did anything wrong. It was miscontrol. I'm being given a little bit of advice there that it was actually the back of a stick, but neither I nor Van Regemortel saw that. So Lucy Barrett, Leicester keeping the ball, eating up this 2-minute suspension. Hannah Fair on the ball, and that's ambitious, and whoops, one of the young ball boys getting a bit, well, I think that was young Noah getting bowled over nearly by Sarah Cockayne.
Come on, pass her. Pass, put it in. Good girl. Nessie, put it in. Drop off, Kerry. Kerry, drop off. Drop off. Come on, Ness, put it in.
So the Belgians on the attack through their left midfield. Comes back to the tall Fredrickson. And that's a bit hit and hope, I'm afraid. Katie Long's back on. The suspension is over. Pascal Murray swapping with Jo Hunter. And Ness Hawkins coming off. Jess Hickman taking her place. So it's in the back with Josie Inverdale. Spreads it wide to Hannah Fair. This is Emma Ross on the ball now. Leicester trying to draw the Belgians onto them. And trying to avoid making silly errors. Josie Inverdale out to Lucy Barrett down this left-hand side. Nice little piece of play from Lucy Barrett. Nice, well played by Lambertus, but Kerry Whitehead picks it out and then gives it straight back to the opposition. And sharp blast on the whistle indicates the umpire's displeasure. And it's back with Van Regemortel in defence. And for once, Geertz misfields a ball. And here we go with Jo Hunter. And Jess Hickman misses that, but will it go through to Katie Long? No. Katie Long again penalised for a stick tackle. She's not done so well in the umpire's eyes today. She's been penalised quite a lot. Obviously the green card, and then giving out an opportunity up there. Geertz asking an awful lot of her teammate Van Strooydonk there. Leicester taking a bit of the heat out of the game. The Belgians are all back behind the ball now.
Don't frustrate yourself.
Hannah Fair driving forward, but again she's going to go back. Rather than push it and rush it, they're looking to try to find the gaps. And that's gone down to Lucy Barrett, who's made ground up into the left defence position. It's a great ball in, but the defence dealt with that very well. Fredrickson, very composed and controlled. Again, good work from Josie Inverdale, and Emily Kilner helps her out. Emma Ross, and out it goes to Inverdale. If you're thinking that's a name you recognise, Inverdale, yes, her father is John, the television presenter, sports presenter. The Belgians trying to bring the ball away, and a little bit of a foul from Jess Hickman. So it's back with the Belgians, back with Royal Antwerp on the top of their D. Good pressure from Jo Hunter, making Lambertus go backwards. Again, Hunter steps up, and Strooidonk is tackled by Katie Long, but she still comes away with the ball. Ganging up on Van Strooidonk, but she comes out of it with the ball, and here's Geertz, and she makes a bit of an error there. I think Van Strooidonk was suggesting she was being impeded. Emma Ross, lovely pass from Kerry Whitehead, and now we have Josie Inverdale overlapping. Great ball in, but the defenders do brilliantly. High ball out of defence. Emma Ross on the ball. She really is quite a kingpin for Leicester in that central midfield role. Lydia McDonald just letting it off a stick a little bit too much, and here come Royal Antwerp. But back to McDonald.
Josie gets a full back.
Great work between Vanessa Hawkins and Kerry Whitehead there. And Kerry Whitehead trying to get round the back. She does very well. And that's just a long corner. She was kind of hoping that she might get a penalty corner out of that. Calm play from Van Strooidonk, and then by Geertz. Ooh, that's shocking from Geertz, however, and shocking again from Geertz. Strange behaviour from the Belgian captain for a little while there. Neatly done, and it's Geertz on the ball again. And that's high, wide and handsome, but not particularly handsome. Neat play from Ross once more, and Lydia McDonald bringing it down the right-hand side. Leaves it for Sarah Cockayne. Hannah Fair's advanced, fumbled that ball a little bit, and it's given against her. Neat play from Geertz again, able to turn Emma Ross in central midfield and come away with the ball. Plays a nice little touch. Here's Van Strooidonk on the ball for Royal Antwerp, going through Pascal Murray. Murray couldn't get out of the way, so it's obstruction. Here's Geertz again. A lot of the ball going through Geertz. Does seem a very, very capable player. By and large, makes the right decisions. Another great piece of play from Emma Ross. Vanessa Hawkins fouled then by the defender. And Pascal Murray trying to go through. Umpire seeing things differently to the Leicester players there who thought that was a foul. And here goes number 10. She's skinned Hannah Fair. And now Josie Inverdale goes across. She's sorted her out as well. And Leicester get the ball. That's gone off. All the way back to the defence. It's Jamila Lambertus. Now with Van Regemortel. Lambertus again. Patient build-up from Belgium, from Royal Antwerp. Geertz can't get on the end of that.
Nessie, don't get drawn deep, don't get drawn wide. Play in that channel middle of the pitch defensively.
So Inverdale to Fair. Fair to Ross in centre midfield. Leicester playing a very patient game. It's not necessarily high octane or high excitement, mind you. Pascal Murray getting past her defender and being fouled. So that's a Leicester ball, quite high up in the attacking quarter. And Kerry Williams is through. She gets stick tackled on the way through. And the umpire doesn't give it. Interesting. Lucky from young Pascal Murray there. She pressurised the defender into an error, but then couldn't keep the ball in herself. Great ball from Lucy Barrett up to Vanessa Hawkins. And Lambertus giving her a bit of a, ooh, that's surely. Yeah, I think that's going to be a short corner, and I think it's also going to be a card for Lambertus. Lambertus looking up in disbelief. She doesn't believe she should be carded. A lot of the other Belgian players looking equally befuddled, but she has got to leave the pitch. And the jokers on the PA play sit down by James. No big huddle for the Belgians at this point in time. Just getting their masks on, getting themselves ready. Vanessa Hawkins with the injection. So variety last time. Joe Hunter getting the deflection this time. Same again, attempted, but missed. So here's Josie Inverdale looking for the opportunity to attack. Corner again. Lovely skills from Emma Ross. Very close skills from the former Irish international player.
Come back, don't worry, they'll stop it. 20 yards. Don't worry about it, go back.
And that is a very, very nicely taken goal by Vanessa Hawkins. They did produce some variety from that one. It was slipped left to Josie Inverdale, who played it back to Vanessa Hawkins, the injector, and she just slapped it into the goal off the defender's hip. But that's perfectly legitimate. It's a fair shot on goal. And had it not gone into the goal, that could have been a penalty stroke. So 2-0 to Leicester. That's surely the cushion they were looking for. Belgium have got to come out, Royal Antwerp have got to come out of their shell a little bit more now. They have been quite conservative, I think, in this game so far. Nice play from Gertz. Emily Kilner, the young player, coming away with the ball to fellow youngster Pascal Murray. Emma Ross, she's going to go back. If we go out to the right to Josie Inverdale. Hannah Fair makes the run. And Pascal Murray nearly gets the ball, but it's a good stretch from the Royal Antwerp girl. That's number 14. That's Michelle Doik. Well fielded by Van Strooydonk, and she gets a bit of a tap from Pascal Murray, and that's not right. Gertz on the ball again. Hannah Fair in central midfield, winning the ball. Looking quite composed. Out to the right-hand side to Jess Hickman, and then Lydia McDonald just plays a ball that Jess Hickman really had to work quite hard to retrieve. Sarah Cockayne. Lovely ball from Emma Ross to Jo Hunter. If she turns on the gas, she's quite difficult to stop. Katie Long, who hasn't really got into this game as yet, but when she does, she could be a major factor. Jess Hickman, Lydia McDonnell, cutting into the D, one of Leicester's under-18 England players, and she's taken that ball just over the back line. Quite exciting move there, though. That was good attack. The Belgians defended it well and forced young Lydia McDonnell over the back line. Good work by Pascal Murray, who really is quite a skillful player. But Gertz tidying up, but the foul had already been given. Okay, penalty corner awarded. The Belgians really are not at all happy with some of the umpiring at the moment. Pretty much everything is leading to a complaint. So, what this time from Leicester? They've tried the deflection, obviously tried a number of straight shots that have been well defended by Royal Antwerp. They've gone back to the injector, and that worked. So, must be into double figures on the penalty corners now. Let's see what happens this time. Straight into the goalkeeper by Josie Inverdale. Kerry Williams is on the ball, trying to get that through to Lydia McDonnell. And Friedrichsen, very, very calm back there, brings the ball away. Nice play by Jess Hickman, stepping up, winning the ball. Hannah Fair, controlling it, holding it nicely. Here's Jo Hunter, pacey player, but she's on the deck, she's fallen. Okay. She's fought back there, fought back well to win that ball back for Leicester. Emily Kilner on the ball, one of Belgian plunging in. And she's going to see a little breather. Not sure whether that was yellow, actually. I didn't see the card and how long she's going to be off for. If it's yellow, it's a minimum of 5. If it was green, it's 2. Fair moving the ball around, trying to get it to Cockayne. Kilner. Back to Fair, back to Inverdale. Good rotation by Leicester. But the Belgians have covered up well. You know, bear in mind they've only got 10 on the field at this point in time. Good at oh, and that was missed by Cockayne. Yeah, foul by Kilner on Gertz. Foul by Hunter on Gertz. Little touch from Hunter there to make sure that didn't get through to the Belgian that Gertz was intending to pass it to. She looks a little tired. Come over for a chat with the coach. Seems a funny time to be having that conversation while play's still going on up the other end and her team are on the attack. However, that's a bit of sloppy play from Long again. Whoops-a-daisy, she hasn't been at her best today, Katie Long, and I don't think that was deliberate, but she has bowled her opponent over. Lambertus has seemed slightly lightweight. It's the second time she's been down and had a lie down during the course of the game. Umpire giving Katie Long the benefit of the doubt there. The Belgians play the ball around the back, looking for an opportunity. Van Strooydonk going back to Lambertus. That's Gertz again. Sandy Yates in on the ball. Gertz fouling her.
Sandy, get out of the ball!
Yates is onto the ball, but good defending from Van Regemortel.
Keep it, get it out, Cocky. Right.
Easy play at the moment from Leicester as they go move the ball around, running through all the bases, but that ball up was not the best. Lydia McDonald going around the back again. She's going to take it off this time. No, she's not. And Vanessa Hawkins almost there, but not quite. Gertz on the ball for Royal Antwerp. It's a good forward run been made in behind the defence by the Belgian number 9. And Gertz is still going. And she's been allowed to run through, but has then hit the ball wide. Aurélie de Gertz made a good run, but Gertz didn't see her or figured that she was operating as a decoy and carried on her run. That's off Josie Inverdale, so that's going to go for a long corner to Royal Antwerp. We're looking at 12 minutes to go. They're 2-0 down. Can they get 2 goals in 12 minutes? They got one now. It would certainly make life very interesting from an Antwerp point of view. They've got the ball again. They've got a free. They're attacking the D. And somehow that's kept out. It's bobbling around an awful lot. And Emily Kilner puts a foot on it in the D, and that is a Belgian penalty corner. I'm not sure if this is their first, but it's interesting when they decide to put together a meaningful attack. They do look dangerous, and Leicester on that occasion made a couple of errors. So most of the crowd will be hoping that nothing comes of this, but obviously Royal Antwerp will be looking to capitalise. Looks like it could be Gertz who's stepping up, or very tall defender Fredriksson is threatening as well. It's a good stop from Van Strooydonk. Cleared by Steph Tyrrell in the Leicester goal, and it's being brought away now by Emily Kilner. It's a big overlap and big overload for Leicester if they can make this count, but a lot of the Belgians are now back. And they've carried it over the back line. That's a shame. Should have done something better with that. So Emma Ross is back on. And she's been running things in midfield, really, so it's probably a good thing from a Leicester point of view that she is back on. Josie Inverdale on the ball.
Get it out of the space.
Captain Vanessa Hawkins is on the ball now. And she's given that straight to Gertz, her opposite number. Very sloppy attempt to pick the ball up there from the Royal Antwerp number 10. Aren't you? It seems to be happening everywhere at the moment. And that's a poor ball from Kerry Whitehead to Vanessa Hawkins. It's a high and hopeful ball again.
Girls at the back, get your rhythm back, please. Get on it.
Big call from David Mayer to his defenders to get their rhythm back. And Kilner just being muscled off it slightly. Yeah, she's given the free away. Gertz on the ball. And we're 9 minutes to go. Anna Fair just watching that one off the back line.
Now roll out with it. Now roll out with it. Roll a little bit more there, Barney.
Little touch there from the Belgian forward. Nearly an interception. That was number 7, Olivia Bush. Kerry Whitehead wins the sideline ball. Katie Long and Whitehead trying to link. Didn't quite work. Hickman on the ball. Fouled. Leaving it for Emma Ross. And here goes Kerry Whitehead down the right-hand side. And that was a really very good ball. Looking for Katie Long on the back line, but Long hadn't read it. So under 8 minutes to go. 2 goals needed by Royal Antwerp. Van Bertus does well there, but it's given as having gone off the pitch. Kilner caught in possession. That's second time now that that's happened. Just a little bit of youthful inexperience showing there. Yeah, coming off for a bit of a breather. Probably a good idea. But she's done very, very well. One of the budding stars of Leicester, one of the England under 18 girls. So again, Leicester taking the sting out of the game through Inverdale and Fair at the back. Belgians don't seem too interested in pressurising. Under 7 minutes to go. Yeah, well, Leicester trying to draw them onto them. But unless they get into Leicester's half, unless they get into Leicester's circle, they're not going to score either of these 2 goals that they need to get back into this game. Hawkins down to Ross. Very composed play by Ross there. Gets a little bit of a bump for her troubles. And it's Jess Hickman on the ball to her captain, Vanessa Hawkins. Hawkins up to Hunter, who gets rattled, and she goes at the defence. Now Pascal Murray. Good attempt by Murray, but it was a good block by Royal Antwerp. The stick was down, the stick was flat, and the tackle was strong. Van Bertus on the ball. Decent bit of pressure from Pascal Murray. The Belgians find a way out. Kerry Whitehead gets a touch. And now here goes Katie Long. We're trying to link with Pascal Murray. Belgians coming a little bit more into it, but once again they give it away. Hannah Fair. And again, just over 5.5 minutes to go. And unless they get up there, show a bit more interest in attacking Leicester, they really are not going to get anything back in this game. But Jess Hickman going down the right-hand side. And that's number 7, that's Olivia Bush. Can't keep the ball in play. That's sort of played rather aimlessly by Vanessa Hawkins, the captain. Van Strooydonk on the ball. She's quite a composed player. And they begin an attack with Van Regemortel, but she's given it away. Jo Hunter picks it up, gets a bit of a rattle. Ooh, that's shocking. It's rather rattled there. Jo Hunter back on the ball again. And that's just sort of wasted, really. And Geert brings it away. Nobody else quite on Geert's wavelength as yet, and that's gone behind the number 7, Olivia Bush, and harmlessly over the Leicester back line, and they'll be mighty relieved to look at that clock and see they've got just over 4 minutes to play to protect a 2-0 lead and to come away with 3 points from their first match in this Club Champions Trophy. I'm really quite baffled by the Royal Antwerp approach. They just don't seem to want the ball. They don't seem to want to press Leicester enough to win the ball and cause them difficulty. And that was interesting. Okay, that's gone the Belgian way. Van Strooydonk on the ball. And here's a chance for Belgium. They can break now. If they got a goal now, that would be very interesting indeed. On 3.5 minutes to go. And Leicester have given a free hit away. The Belgians come back. There's Friedrichsen on the ball, Lambertus. But again, they're pretty much where Leicester would want them to be at this point. 3 minutes to go, they're in their own half. Leicester doing quite a good job of blocking, doing a half-court press. The Belgians can't see a route through. Geert is the player who probably will show and make herself available. Important touch from Jess Hickman, Emma Ross, nice and calm. Lucy Barrett, and shapes to go across her own goal. Eventually does. Comes out to the left. Bit messy over here. Geert again, looking like the most likely from the Belgian team to get anything, do anything. Hits it across. And it's, I think that's a long corner. So Leicester's covering and Leicester's defence strong there. We're into the last 2 minutes. Goodness me, that's a interesting ball. It's taken a touch off a Leicester stick. Again, they go back. 1:45 on the clock. I think this is now Leicester's game because I can't possibly see them scoring twice in this amount of time remaining. They've got a short corner there. By the amount of time it takes them to take this short corner, even if they were to be successful and score a goal, the likelihood of them getting a second is quite limited. .110 on the clock now. Bit of a debate going on amongst the Belgians. So it's rather unambitious Royal Antwerp team. Can they get themselves onto the score sheet? Great block, but that's another short corner. Very good block by Katie Long, the #1 runner. And Lucy Barrett just couldn't get a foot out of the way at that last moment. Half a minute to go. By the time this is taken, the game will be pretty much up. So go. And that pretty much is that, I think, folks. This looks like it's going to be a 2-0 Leicester victory. Expect a countdown any second. We're into the last 9 seconds. Well, the expected countdown isn't coming. 1 second. And there's the hooter. Some grim faces amongst the Belgians. Got the impression once or twice they didn't think the umpiring was doing them any favours, but the reality is that Leicester were too good for them. 2 penalty corner goals. Disappointing lack of ambition from Antwerp, to be honest with you. Overall, an interesting game and an interesting result. That helps Leicester, 2-0 up. Puts them on the top of the table overnight, above Complutense, on goal difference. Just before they go off to have their conversation with their coach, I'm just going to have a very, very quick snatched word with their captain, Vanessa Hawkins, who scored the second of the 2 goals. Ness, thoughts on the game? Just come a bit closer.
Yep. It was a slowish game to start off. I think we got the nerves out of the way the first few minutes and tried to just keep the ball and get our confidence. And yeah, we just played a controlled game, so just glad with the win, really.
And 2 penalty corner goals. At first, the straight shot wasn't working for us. 2 bits of variety, and that seemed to do the trick.
Yeah, we looked at where the spaces were and what we had in our plans. So we changed our tactics a little bit and went for those, and they worked. So it was good.
So well done, top of the table overnight then.
Thank you very much.
So, okay, just before we finish here at Loughborough University for this first day of the EuroHockey Club Champions Trophy, I'm just going to run you through the results of the day and tell you a little bit about the matches you can watch on YouTube, the Leicester Hockey channel on YouTube tomorrow. They started with a massive win for CSP Izmailovo, 8-0 over the Belarusian side Victoria Smolovici. So the Muscovites, the Moscow side, really stamping their authority on their pool, Pool A, with that scoreline. Second game from that pool, Loreto began, came up with the blocks like a train, and they were 3-0 up in the first half. But Hockey Club Metrostroy from St. Petersburg in Russia, there was no holding them in the second half, and they came back and scored twice. And in the end, it was very nip and tuck. So 3-2 to Loreto was the scoreline. So going into tomorrow, Izmailovo sit on top of the table, Loreto second, Metrostroy, courtesy of scoring 2 goals, a third, with Smolovici in 4th place. The afternoon games yielded both goals, but no little enjoyment or excitement. Complutense, the Spanish team from Madrid, were victorious 1-0 over MSC Sumchanka. Both teams seem to run out of steam quite easily, which may encourage both Royal Antwerp and Leicester, because in the last match of the day, Leicester, the home side, triumphed over Royal Antwerp by 2-0, 2 penalty corner goals, one by Joe Hunter and one by captain Vanessa Hawkins. And so Leicester will go into tomorrow on the top of the table, courtesy of that 2-0 win. So tomorrow's games, actually, some interesting matches. Izmailovo and Metrostroy in an all-Russian game will start the day at 11 a.m. tomorrow. So Ismailovo, top of the table, that big 8-0 win. Metrostroy looks a strong side, certainly looks stronger than Smolovici. That will be an interesting game. Loreto, victors today, we're playing against perhaps the pool's whipping boys, or whipping girls in this case, Victoria Smolovici. They'll be hoping that they don't concede the 8 goals that they conceded today to Ismailovo. The third match of the day, it's a 1 o'clock start by the way. The third match of the day starting at prime time, 3. It's the Madrid side Complutense playing Leicester. And at the moment Leicester just top them in the table by courtesy of 1 extra goal. But that's a match where both of the teams that have won so far are in competition. And today's losers then meet at 5 o'clock. That's Royal Antwerp from Belgium against MSC Somchanka from the Ukraine. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow, having you watch us on YouTube tomorrow. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed what you've heard, please tweet us. It's hashtag EHClub14. We'd really like to hear from you as to whether you think our coverage has been good. Please don't comment on my pronunciation of some of these rather tricky names. I am doing my best. But thanks ever so much. Today we had quite a lot of interest in the channel, quite a lot of people tweeting, retweeting, using that hashtag, and we hope that continues tomorrow. So thanks very much, and farewell for now from Loughborough.